Díreach Cardja, agus a Cumrádaithe till our MLAs, our councillors, our TDs, our MEPs, and our ordinary decent Republicans that are all joined us today. I'm so delighted that you've all come along. For me, whenever I was growing up in Tyrone as a teenager, if anyone had ever said to me that at some stage in the future you'd be leading Sinn Féin in the North, I probably wouldn't have believed them. For me, being a Republican is a way of life. It's something that each and every one of you are, something that we all know that it's something that we do every day in the course of our everyday duties. We're all committed Republican activists and work every day to deliver on the ideals of the proclamation for all of the people that share this island. For me to be selected to lead our party in the North is truly the biggest honour and privilege of my life. I feel an enormous responsibility on my shoulders, and while I don't underestimate my task, given the changing political world locally, nationally and internationally, I will not let you down. And I won't let you down because I have learnt from the best. My late father, former Sinn Féin councillor Brenton Doris, MP Francie Malloy, and of course Martin McGuinness. I have worked with Martin throughout all of my adult life, as an activist, as a councillor, as an MLA and as a minister. And I have no doubt that I am following in the footsteps of a political giant. The man is a legend. And it's not... And it's not just us as Republicans that think that, as we've witnessed over the course of the last number of weeks. It's absolutely been my privilege to work so closely with Martin over the last 10 years, to always learn from him and be inspired by him. How he conducts himself in all situations is a lesson to each and every one of us. How he reached out and broke down barriers is a testament to the genuine nature of the man that he is. We want to sincerely thank you, Martin, for the selfless service that you have given to the people of Ireland, and I absolutely know you're not finished yet. No one can replace Martin, but what I can do is to continue his good work, to unite our people and to unite our country. We will continue to reach out, to promote equality and reconciliation, and to show positive leadership. These are challenging times, and we have set ourselves big objectives, but Republicans have never been afraid of the challenge. I have never been afraid of challenge, and I have never been afraid to act. As Sinn Féin Minister for Agriculture and Rural Development, I decentralised an entire government department, lock, stock and barrel, when the system told me it couldn't be done. As a Sinn Féin Minister for Health, I ended the DUP's discrimination against gay men donating blood. And I did it because it was the right thing to do. Over the course of the last number of weeks, while others have shouted from the sidelines, it was Sinn Féin that stood up and confronted corruption. It was Sinn Féin that called a halt to the arrogance and the intolerance of the DUP. The renewable heat incentive scandal was created by the former First Minister when she was in the Economy Department. Her refusal to step aside shows a total disregard for the concerns and the outrage of the public. Martin McGuinness resigned as Deputy First Minister, not as a first choice, but absolutely as a last resort. And again, it was the right thing to do. Arrogance and disrespect have no place in society. Financial scandal, incompetence or waste of public money cannot be tolerated. In the aftermath of the election, there can and there will be no return to the status quo. And what does that mean? It means Sinn Féin are only interested in participating in the power-sharing institutions if they deliver for all of our citizens and that they operate on the basis of equality and respect. Agreements must be honoured. Commitments must be delivered. Partnership government must mean exactly that. It means that regardless of where you come from, what language you speak, what your sexuality is, what gender you are, that you are treated with respect. I am so very proud to be leading Sinn Féin into this election on March the 2nd. And it's an election which is about citizens making a stand. We are standing up for ourselves, for our neighbours and for our communities. The principles and values of the Good Friday Agreement which is the foundation stone of the peace process, must be honoured. 19 years ago, the vast majority of people, North and South, endorsed the Good Friday Agreement. That agreement and all subsequent political agreements must now be fully implemented, not renegotiated. Commitments must be delivered, and it is the duty of both the Irish and the British Government to fulfil their part. We cannot allow the British Government's withdrawal from the European Union to undermine the Good Friday Agreement, the protections and safeguards within it, or the principle of consent either. The North is being forced to leave the EU against the express wishes of our people who voted to remain. The British Government is clearly on a collision course with the EU, in which our economy and peace agreements are regarded as collateral damage. We must defend the democratic mandate of the people to remain within the EU through designated special status, which can secure the position of the entire island within the European Union together. There is an onus on the Irish Government, who will be at the negotiating table, to act in the national interest. Therefore, Sinn Féin is seeking in this election a stronger mandate to enter the forthcoming political negotiations come March to defend your interests and put firmly the people's social, economic and political interests first. This is a time for active citizenship, for democratically and peacefully asserting our rights. There is no more important time for Republican politics and core Republican values which promote equality, liberty and fraternity. What we're seeking is reasonable. What we're seeking is not just for Republicans and Nationalists. What we win in this election and achieve in the coming negotiations, we win for all. What we're seeking is respect, equality for all of the people. What we're seeking is integrity in the political institutions. That's what Martin McGuinness stands for. That's what Sinn Féin stands for. And that's most certainly what I stand for. Gora Míle Maigh.